Hey guys, how are you today? Welcome to another edition of Chalkin' with Babycakes. Today, I'm hoping this works. So as you hop on, say hi, and let me know how this is working. Because again, this is another one of those new setups that I'm trying to figure out some different ways to do this, right? Okay, so today we're going to be doing some chalking of some fall type stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've got this pumpkins, falling leaves, autumn, caramel apples, give thanks, sweater weather, hot cocoa. So we're going to be doing that along with, I'm going to put these little leaves here. I'm going to put them around the edges. So again, as you're hopping on, go ahead and say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me know that you can hear me. I'm hoping you can hear me. I don't have my tablet pulled up today because it kept crapping out on me yesterday anyway. So if you could tell, I sound a lot better than I did yesterday. I'm feeling better. I'm not 100% yet, but at least I can breathe, which is a good thing. So I'm pretty excited about breathing. Breathing's always good, right, guys? All right, so I'm going to do, so when you are chalking, one of the things you want to do as you are, if you're going to use one stencil a couple different times, you can do that as long as you do it quickly. So that's what I'm going to do here on this one. So I already know that this stencil, I want to do it at the bottom of this corner, and then I'm going to do it at the top of the other corner, of the opposite corner. But I'm going to be putting a couple of, I'm going to try to make the leaf look a little more folly. I'm going to put some yellow on there with just my finger. So, look, I'm finger painting, guys. And then I'm going to quickly come over here and put it down here. And I'm doing this because the stencil that I'm going to be using on this surface doesn't fill up the entire surface. Basically. So I wanted to put something around the edges. Now, if you can see this, you'll see I did get a little bit over. So I'm going to wipe that off. And because I was doing the stencil and it kind of bled through a little bit. So I'm trying to fix it, and it's not going to look beautiful, unfortunately. But it's still going to look cute. So that's what I was doing right there, was just trying to fix it up a little bit. And that'll happen when you're using one stencil a couple different times. That will definitely happen because the stencil, especially because these stencils have been used a lot, and they're not as sticky, so it's trying to get them to stay down is not as easy as when they have all their stickiness on it. So what happened was some of the paste went underneath it. But I think that'll be okay anyways. And I'm going to do this one up here as well too. And then I'm going to have to use my heat gun on these to get them dry because I'm going to be doing layers. And we all know what I like to say about layers, right guys? There we go. That one didn't turn out as bad. But I also didn't try to do the different colors on it either. All right, whoops. I'm dropping things. I actually have there's like stuff all over the place here, guys. This is funny. This is going to be fun. I don't know. There we go. Because I have all my paste sitting out over here. So trying to get the heat gun without making a mess with the paste that I have open. All right. But I want to get this dried really good because I do have to put that other stencil over it. And so you want to get this dry. If you don't get it dry really well, what'll happen is when you put that other stencil down over top of it, it will pull up the paste. Yes, onions have layers, Eric, but parfaits are better. Everybody likes parfaits. All right, that's good. That could use a little bit of drying. Ooh, see, and that's what happens. I touched the leaf and it wasn't dry, not even close to being dry. So I got a little bit on my fingers, but that's okay. It just gives it that more rustic homemade look, right guys? You don't want it to look like that. You don't want your stuff to look like it was mass produced. Unique, one of a kind. Imperfectly perfect, right guys? All right, that one's good. Let's see, is this one good now? That one's good now. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. Now this surface, I actually did not seal before I started chalking on it. A lot of times for the wood surfaces, I'll seal it with a polyacrylic, and that'll help it to where if you do make a mistake, you can get the mistake off of there rather easily. You can fix your mistake rather easily. The polyacrylic will help it not get down into the pores. Because for porous surfaces, you are not going to be able to get the chalk paste off of it. Now this stencil is a new stencil, and you can't see me doing this, but I am actually fuzzing my stencil right now on my shirt. Actually, it's my swimsuit, because I'm going to be going to Walmart after I'm done with this to go pick up my Walmart delivery. I find that much easier, shopping online and then going and picking it up. Gosh, that saves me a lot of time, guys. But after that, so after I'm done with this live, we're going to go to Walmart, pick up the Walmart delivery, and then we're going to go do some floating in the lake. Because I think it's supposed to be like 90 degrees out today, guys. It's been, but it's windy. It's very windy today. It makes a nice breeze. I spent this morning, I went out and did my weeding, which I'm actually surprised that my allergies haven't kicked in even more. Because if you remember yesterday, my allergies were, holy moly, they were really, really bad yesterday. I couldn't breathe. I was on a huge cocktail full of different types of allergy medicine. Now, for those of you who say you shouldn't be doing that, I get it. I understand. However, I've had allergies almost my entire life, and one allergy medicine just doesn't cut it for me. I have been on the immunotherapy. That didn't help a whole lot. So I've got all kinds of stuff going on, guys. But this morning I woke up feeling a little bit better, and I know I have stuff to get done, so I'm doing it. We'll have I had to weed my flower beds, so I got that done this morning while it was nice and cool out. And it feels so much better to have my flower beds weeded. Tomorrow I think we're going to go to the Dutch Country Market and go get some mums and start the fall decorating. Have you guys started decorating for fall yet? How many of you are ready to decorate for fall? If you can see, this is bleeding a little bit, even though I got this pushed down. You know, I did the squeegee where I got all the air bubbles out, but it's still bleeding a little bit. And that is more than likely because the stencil or the surface is not a completely smooth surface. it's got a little bit of roughness to it. And when it does have roughness to it, you will get some bleeding of the paste under the stencil. So that's just one thing to know when you are making these things, when you are chalking, that if you have a stencil or if you're using a surface that is rough, is not completely smooth, you will have some bleeding. And if you choose to use other types of paint, so you can use other types of paint with this. You don't have to use just chalk paste. You can actually use chalk paint. You can use regular paint. It doesn't have to be just chalk paste. However, if your paint, whatever paint you are using, if it is a thinner consistency, you do run the risk of the paste bleeding through underneath the stencil. So just be ever mindful of that when you are chalking. And if you are using the different types of chalk paint or any type of like acrylic paint, you're going to want to make sure that you wash your stencil real quickly to get all that out of there. You don't want it to dry in the silkscreen portion of it. If it does dry on the silkscreen portion, what'll happen is your stencil will be ruined and you won't be able to use it anymore. So you want to make sure you get it cleaned up right away. So anybody doing anything fun today? Or tomorrow? Tomorrow being Labor Day? A 3-day weekend for most people, I would imagine. Not everybody. I know not everybody gets a 3-day weekend. And for that, I'm sorry, guys. Not having a 3-day weekend would be... I enjoy my 3-day weekends. That's all I'm going to say about that. I love using these shimmer colors. Aren't they pretty? Just make it... I love the shimmer. It's like glitter, but not glitter. And as you see, I am doing the paste and peel method. Remember, that's when you are doing different layers. And whenever you do the different layers, you want to make sure that your chalk paste does not dry on your silkscreen portion. So you do your color, you do one color, you peel it after you get it pasted, and then this way you just keep on a movement, but your chalk paste does not dry on to the silkscreen portion of it. Alright. I had to have used that color. Maybe I didn't. I'll do hay rise. Oh, that might not work. We'll do hay in this color. We'll do rides in another color though. Because I used that color for, trying to figure it out, guys. So I had all my colors picked out, I just didn't know which color I was using for which item, and that always just kind of gets me. Alright, and I know I didn't peel those ones up, but those, the last two that I just did, but those ones are actually kind of, the paste was not dry, it was a good consistency, so I knew I was going to go quickly with the rest of these, so I could leave it down there. And we're going to pull this up, and that should be it. And there we go. All done ski. Isn't that cute? I'm going to go back and try to fix a little bit of this sweater weather one, because if you see it did bleed out on there a little bit. So, and then the give didn't quite go through all the way. So I'm going to try to fix that up a little bit too. And all I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to put the stencil back over it and kind of go over it again. More so for this one. This one I'm going to try to use, I'll use like the tips of this, and I'm going to turn it upside down because I don't want to put my hand somewhere to make it all messy. But what you can do, if it does bleed a little bit, is you can take the tip of your stir stick and just kind of go over it like this, and then I blow it to get all the scrapey portions off, and that helps get rid of some of the bleed through. But again, it just makes it look so it's not mass produced, right guys? And perfectly perfect. That's what I love to say. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. This will be available during the live sale. I will clean it up a little bit, and it will be available during the live sale on Wednesday, 9 September at 6 o'clock. So join me, invite 5 friends. Remember, if you invite 5 friends, you get put into a drawing for 10 Babycakes bucks to be used during the live sale. So get those friends invited today. Okay, guys? I can't wait to see you on Wednesday, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And that's about it. Thanks for stopping on by. I'll chat with you later. Bye-bye.